Morning, everyone. It's 8:15, and we're doing this a little early because the economic data that comes out doesn't come out until 10 o'clock, and that's factory orders and the JOLTS, which are the job openings. Also, the Fed starts its two-day meeting today, and besides the employment numbers on Friday, we also have ADP coming before that. So we'll have a good look. So the futures this morning were down about 120 when I came down, and that's the Dow. Nasdaq was down about 35, and the S&P was down about 11. Right now, the Dow has worked all the way back to up 22, and the S&P and Nasdaq have also regained some ground. Nasdaq is up 20, and the S&P was just absolutely flat. It was up a dollar, down a dollar, so not a lot of action there, but good recovery after a sell-off after yesterday's big reversal. Okay, Japan and China are closed. The rest of Asia is mixed, and Europe is higher. On the earnings front, yesterday after the close, we had Chegg. I mention this again because, as bad as it was last night, which was pretty ugly, it was 1745 down 729 or 30%. It actually has gotten worse. It's currently trading 1482, and that's down a little over 1016 or 40%. So that one just keeps getting worse. Paramount closed yesterday 30.27, currently trading 28.70, down $1.41. They actually beat, but as much as I like the company, I really despise the idea of lowering projections and then beating. So their earnings were roughly cut in half, although they turned out to be better than expected. One of the big numbers was a gain of 6.8 million Paramount Plus subscribers, and that was well above expectations. I think that's about a 10% gain. Actually, a little more than a 10% gain, 6.8 million, and the number right now is 62 million. BP had a huge beat, and in point of fact, that included a $25 billion charge from exiting Russia. The stock closed 28.86. And this morning is trading 30.40. And Western Digital (WDC). This one is up. It's trading around 59.90, up about $6 or a solid 10.5% on the news that Elliott Management has taken a position in the stock. Okay, so the chart on the screen from my perspective is one of the most important, and that's the US dollar. Right now, we had the top year, or maybe the top year. This goes back, as I've shown before, I'll show you in a second. And we came back down on Friday. Yesterday, we were up slightly, actually pretty firmly, but we didn't get back to those highs. And this morning, we opened down. And so far, we have an inside day. We're riding this 5-day moving average. This is the 20, 50, 100, and 200. So this is looking a little overbought to me, as everybody should know by now, who's in the Discord room. I bought what is considered a lotto ticket on the UUP, calling for this to come back down. I think I paid 18 or 19 cents for a June put on UUP, 27. It doesn't line up numbers wise. But just to give you a quick look, this is what I've been talking about vis-a-vis those tops. Let's go to the 10-year, that'll show it. This is a top just under 104. This is a top 103.96, just under 104. This is, last week and last month's high, 103.95. So we could easily come back down to par and still be bullish, although I can't figure out why. Well, I shouldn't say that. Everybody was talking about interest rates, but I think it's more a function of the fact that the dollar is against all currencies. And so a lot of weakness in the yen, the Swiss franc, any of the euro is what's forcing the dollar up. It's not actually forcing the dollar up, it's only forcing it up in relation to the other two. Okay, after yesterday's down day, the grains are slightly higher. Corn up 4 cents, the red wheat up 12, and all we keep on hearing is about how the Ukraine is going to be 30 to 50% below on plantings, and a lack of fertilizer is probably going to cut the yield besides. The gold is basically unchanged after being down 48 last night. Oil is holding the gain. It traded at 100 spot 28. Let's just take this back to a normal looking chart. Okay, so it traded all the way down again to 100 spot 28, and then closed at 105 and change. So any kind of a short range day would be good, unless we in fact come back up. But it just shows you how well supported this is at the point of the last breakout, which was $95. Okay, let's see what everything else is doing. Coffee was down big yesterday. Oh, by the way, even though we're about unchanged to slightly lower on the oil, NAT gas is headed right back through $8. It looks like. I mean, we came down, we touched the trend line, and the last breakout started right back up. Came right up to resistance, came back down, hit the 20-day moving average again, turned right back up. So this one's pretty exceptional and probably will continue to be. Silver is up 460. As I said, the coffee was down $6 yesterday. It's up a little here. Lumber is up a little. You can see that even forgetting the negative fair value, the futures in stocks are higher. As I said, dollar down 55, unchanged basically on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And after being down 1 5/8 yesterday, the bonds are rallying a little, up about 26/32. That's a little over 3/4 of a point in the bonds. All right, everyone, have a good morning. Be careful out there. It's going to be a tough market, and it's going to continue.